And good evening, everyone. Welcome inside the Houston Fieldhouse on the campus of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. It's time once more for RPI Engineers hockey right here on ESPN+. On defense, Brett Miller getting the start in net for the Engineers this evening in the crease to our right. Snapped on goal. It's off the crossbar. As early as that, a chance goes by the wayside. St. Lawrence. Here's Ryan Massey on the near side. Feathers the feet in front. Save made. Rebound. And it was knocked just wide. Saves also against Union. That was back on the road on October 29th. So on the heels of Jack Watson. Skated along, though, by Beaton, who leads a 3-on-2 through the neutral zone. John Evans in front was looking for a deflection from Beaton. It's knocked up by Zetterquist and will go out of play.
But then he had John Evans as a trailer coming in there. He could have dropped it back, but he was looking to maybe have a deflection in front of the net before the puck got to the goaltender, Zetterquist.
Walsh. Mazzotti fakes the one, or Smolinski rather fakes the one-timer. One-timer, that one coming from Heidemann, flipped on goal. Second attempt there from Austin Heidemann, who was able to will keep it in, feeling the pressure from the oncoming Peltonen. Ardenaz calls for a switch, allowing him to get the puck low for Evans, who steps in, snaps one on goal. Might have got off of Zetterquist and then possibly off the post. He was able to get the zone exit and the zone entry soon after, strided through center to the backhand, and it's off the post again. Another chance for the Saints to break the scoreless tie here at the Houston Fieldhouse a couple of weeks ago as Smolinski fakes it as it knocked away. A chance in on net on a partial break as Ardenaz tries to catch up, snapped on goal, and it's high and wide inside to outside. Near side, it's Crystal for the trailer. One-timer Malika, save made by Miller, and he will hang on with.
Good shot by Malika, nice setup, but unfortunately, Miller is there in the butterfly and catches it right in the bread basket, no rebound.
So the penalty kill for minute wide. Pass goes through the skates of the oncoming player, Salem, allowing the Engineers to cause the turnover, and Beaton missed the net again.
Too many guys that are going to win that foot race with Smolinski. There's another look at Beaton. That's the second time he's had a good opportunity and just...
Dropping back there was Salem right in front of netminder Emil Zetterquist, who was 5 of 5 on his ledger in the first. Brett Miller again getting the start for the Engineers. A block there, but a one-timer off of the rebound. And a power play goal from the St. Lawrence Saints. What a beauty from Cameron Buell to give the visitors a 1-0 lead. 19 seconds in the period.
On Miller with the wide open side. He couldn't get over and push off fast enough, and St. Lawrence capitalizes on the power play.
First goal on either side belongs to Cameron Buell, the senior out of South St. Paul, Minnesota. For him, his 4th goal of the season, 3rd power play marker of the year for him. For 2, face-off won by the Saints on their 3rd power play. Salem far for Chris Stahl, who snapped it on goal. Might have deflected off of Miller's glove. It went just high. Yet a lot. The Engineers bring it through center. Led by Beaton on his backhand to the forehand. And Zetterquist was able to clear it away as John Beaton was looking to give the Engineers their first lead to the top of the circles. And now up to the top of the zone. One-timer Strom and a glove save made by Zetterquist. And he will hang on.
Yeah, normally you'd need to move that puck around the horn a lot quicker.
Knock that aside. 1:20 gone by on both penalties. Low for Massey, looking to force a pass in front for Beaton. It got knocked away from him. Second attempt, it's cleared but not out. That will kill off the penalty, however, as both players for St. Lawrence are out of the box. Mazzotti steals. He sent back to the point. He didn't realize that Fry was coming. Now here comes St. Lawrence back their way through center. Fans unhappy here at the Houston Fieldhouse as Brett Miller was able to turn aside that shot from Ashton Fry. Low for Ciccarello. Back to Klee. Top of the line. He shoots. Kick save made. And Surdy was a step or two behind on that near side post. Clarkson. Casey Jones has a daughter who plays Division I college hockey. That was Gabby Jones, who was actually just here. Snapped on goal, and they score! Felix Gavars, the trailer on a partial 3-on-2, rips it off the post, but this time it's the friend of the Saints.
Laser shot, far side over the glove of Miller, caught the post, only this time it ricocheted into the net as opposed to out of the net, and early in this third period within the first minute. You hate to give up goals in the last minute of a period or the first minute of a period, but St. Lawrence finds himself up 2-0.
And that's happened. Diving out to make the play was Philippe Chaplot. Centering feed for Beaton, and that one was knocked away. Another chance for John Beaton. Didn't get a ton on that one-timer. Agnew up the far side, knocked to the neutral zone on a 2-on-1. Massey with Walsh. Here is Ryan Massey. He scores! Massey used Walsh as the decoy and fires it past Emil Zetterquist, a response goal.
One of the defense for St. Lawrence blew a wheel in the neutral zone, and that allowed Massey to go in 2-on-1. That's right, Walsh might as well have been quacking because he was a great decoy, and he just rifled that over right by Zetterquist.
That is a new one for me, and that is a goal from Ryan Massey. Second period, as RPI had a couple of chances in the first and a couple more in the second, and now here comes Brackett with speed. Has a step around Chaplot, kick save made, rebound, whipped on goal there on the backhand by Ciccarello, and Zetterquist makes save number 1 and then number 2. Salem will activate from his point, marked by Hallbauer, who is able to get it free. Hallbauer sends through the neutral zone. Jack Brackett fresh off the bench. Leaves for the trailer, Gagnon, backdoor score! Sutter Mazzotti right after the penalty kill comes to a close, and the game is tied at 2. The Engineers back from down 2 to tie.
Out of the penalty box, gives it to Gagnon, and he sets up Mazzotti for the one-timer. What a great shot, and Zetterquist had no chance on this one.
The Engineers respond in rapid succession. This one off the stick of Sutter Mazzotti. 5th goal of the season for the freshman. Low of the goal, he sends back to the point for Ardenaz. Now cross for Laurie Surtee. Surtee will avoid the oncoming player. Snap one on goal and score! Through a maze of traffic, Laurie Surtee, that's a power play goal. And the Engineers are in front 3-2.
Because Zetterquist had a lot of traffic in front of him. There's 4 guys in front of him, and he just throws it in low, far side. Had a lane, had a shot, and has a goal.
How about that for Laurie Surtee? 2nd goal of the season. The 1 goal on his ledger, a game-winning goal. He came into the weekend with no points in his and kind of the unofficial restarting of the season. Snapped on goal off the glove of Brett Miller, one of his bigger saves. Drake Bergen stepped in. This goes low. Now Salem once again right at the top of the zone. Will snap it on goal. Save made. Rebound loose for Buell, and he scores! Cameron Buell on the rebound through the wickets of Brett Miller. 2nd power play goal for Buell and the Saints this evening.
Well, it's a special teams game right now. I think there's been 2 5-on-5 goals, but kind of a weird play. I think that just came off the pad. Got away on Miller here, and looked like he had his pushing off, opened up the 5-hole and slid it through.
On a nice play. Heidemann will force it in deep. Mazzotti is upended. Klee snaps it on goal. Saved by Zetterquist as Salem and Mazzotti were tied up right in front of the Zamboni doors. But here comes St. Lawrence. Snapped on goal by Boyer. Save made by Miller. Rebound bounces its way in front. Miller was down in the butterfly as nobody ended up getting a whack on that shot. Trela again on his backhand. Tried to send it in Buell's direction. He'll try it once more. Knifing his way out in front. Puck is still loose. Knocked away on goal from Buell, who was looking for the hat trick in his first 5-on-5 goal of the day, but it went just wide. You never game plan for those, but every now and again they'll happen as Mikowski goes low. Sent right there in front as a puck took an absolutely wild bounce to get there in the slot. A backhander there from Beaton just missed. Glove in the air. Let's take another look. It was Brackett indeed.
Yeah, he just tried to go top shelf. Didn't really have much time. Well, he had enough time.
Last, Heidemann sends it low. The only one there is Steinmetz. Here's Buell right in front of the goal. Here's Buell, and he missed the net. Sent back in front, blocked by Walsh. 2 seconds to go, a centering feed, and time will come to an end here in period 3. For for him to head about as far back as he can as Smolinski is on the ice. Max Smolinski, the player who won it in overtime. St. Lawrence late on a change. Smolinski centers the feed. They score! Sutter Mazzotti in overtime. And for the second straight game, the Engineers take it in the extra period. 4-3, your final here in Troy.
Well, which allowed Smolinski to go 2-on-1 with Mazzotti, and Mazzotti didn't make any mistake about putting this in behind Zetterquist. And RPI, for the second night in a row, wins in overtime.
I tell you what, Dan Frigian, if you came to the Houston Fieldhouse at any point this weekend, you got your money's worth. Second goal of the game for Sutter Mazzotti, goal number 6 on the season. He jumps over Jacob Lee for the team lead, 11-13. RPI with the win is 10-14-1. They are 10-3-1 here at the Houston Fieldhouse. Another look at the game-winning goal and a look at the excited crowd here at the Houston Fieldhouse. And Dan Frigian, before we step aside here on ESPN Plus, your thoughts on a weekend that did not lack any action.
Period. They go down 2-0, and then RPI comes back, goes ahead 3-2. The seesaw battle. I just feel, I was watching